I'm Sharon Lewis Hackler, registered dietitian, nutritionist, certified diabetes educator with Kinetic Physical Therapy and Wellness. I wanted to talk to you a little bit today about portion distortion. A lot of people have asked, what is portion distortion? And it's basically the effect that we have when we keep being served more and we feel like we have to keep eating more. And I think a lot of us grew up that way, where we were told, don't waste the food, eat everything on your plate. So a lot of Americans have gained weight due to this over the last 20 years due to supersizes and 2-for-1 deals or Wendy's 4-for-4 deals. You know, it sounds like a good deal, but it makes us wind up gaining weight and eating more than what we truly should. So I wanted to kind of give you some examples of healthy portions and showing how things have just increased over the last few years to show what we maybe need to get back to. So tips to help keep your portions under control. Number one, always check the nutrition label. So what a lot of people do not understand is when you check the nutrition label, you always need to check the serving size, but everyone always assumes that's how much we're allowed, but it's not necessarily, because it's always based on a 2,000 calorie meal plan, and not everyone needs 2,000 calories. Some people need more, some people need less. So at least just that kind of gives you a frame of reference of where you would start at. And your dietitian could help you determine how much do you really need. Number two, we need to eat the foods that are going to fill us up a little bit more. We're going to eat things with more fiber, like whole grains. We're going to need to eat, get you an example. You could eat things like whole grain bread. We could eat fruits. We could eat vegetables, things like this that are going to be a little bit more filling, things with lean protein like peanut butter. That's going to make us feel full and feel like we don't need to snack again an hour later. Number three, assess what you're eating while you're eating it. If you're starting to feel full, stop. You don't have to finish everything on your plate like we thought we used to have to. Also, it takes your belly 20 minutes to tell your brain that you're full, so we need to stop when you start to feel full. Number four, skip the supersize. Again, I know it seems like a good deal to get the supersize, but we don't always have to do that. Now, if it's that great of a deal and you have to get it, okay, get it, but only eat half and save the other half for supper or the next day's lunch. The fifth tip is going to be when you're eating at restaurants, remember they give large portions. An example I get from patients all the time is Olive Garden. They give humongously large portions. It's very good, but we don't need that much all at one time. So eat a salad portion, eat half of a breadstick, and then maybe eat a small portion of your pasta. And what I do is as soon as the meal comes to me, I'll ask for a to-go tray, out of sight, out of mind, put half of it that way, and then that can be lunch the next day. So you can still eat these things, we just have to be mindful of how much you're eating at one time. The sixth tip is when you're eating at home, maybe consider using a smaller plate. So use the salad size plate when you're eating versus using the dinner size plate. So this is an 8.5-inch plate versus an 11-inch plate, and you can see the difference of how much food is fitting on there. And I think that we've all been in the situation where we feel like we have to fill the plate up to feel full. So we just want to make sure that if we're using a smaller plate, we won't overdo it. Number seven, at the grocery store. Buy snack foods that are individually packaged, like this little bag of nuts, because sometimes if we're pouring from a big container, we're going to accidentally maybe eat too much. Same thing can be said for something healthy like grapes. You know, if you're eating it from the bag, you might accidentally eat too much. So go ahead and portion it out, put it in little Ziploc bags, and then that way you've got your portion already ready to go. And use visual aids. It's very helpful for me to see things visually. So if you pull out your cups, like your measuring cups, 1 cup, half a cup, a lot of times we can visually see, okay, that's how much I need. And sometimes these cups don't look like very much, and then other times it looks like a lot. This right here is a 1 cup portion, and this is a 1 cup portion, but this looks bigger than this. So a lot of people are amazed at how much can really fit into these cups. So that's why I tell people to practice with them. So I hope this was helpful, and I hope you've learned a lot. And if you have any further questions, please feel free to contact me at Kinetic Physical Therapy at kptonline.com. Thank you.